Yeah,
Hi, I can see you now.
yeah.
Yeah, okay. How are you today, Anne?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you. And
Okay,
how about you?
I'm good too, thank you. What about your work? Is it okay?
My work?
Yeah?
Yes, it's still okay, like
Wow.
normal day. Yeah,
Wow. So you're doing great when it comes to your work because that would be your forte, right?
yeah.
You know what's forte?
First take,
Yeah,
uh,
forte. So
yeah,
forte, that means that would be you used to that, right?
yeah,
So therefore, that would be your forte. Okay. Have
yeah.
you have you taken your dinner already?
Not yet.
Oh, not
Yeah,
yet. Okay. So maybe right after our class,
yes,
you can take your dinner. Okay. So
yes,
anyway, let's move on with our lesson. Anne, are you ready?
yeah, yes. I'm
Yeah.
ready now.
Okay. So let me share the presentation to you now. Okay, just for a while. Okay, I hope you can
Yeah,
see it.
I can see it. Yeah,
Yeah, very good. Okay. Now, yesterday we were able to start our unit 3, which is I'm looking for a flat, right?
yeah,
So we were able to understand, okay, the adjective in describing a particular thing, okay, whether it's positive or whether it's negative, right? And
yes,
we also match its type of accommodation, right? So when we say a semi or semi-detached house, so it's like this, right?
yes.
So when we say semi-detached, so from the word detach, right?
Detached.
And so from the word detached, that means they were separated.
Yeah,
Okay? But if we're talking about semi or if we're talking about semi, that means the distance is not too far.
yeah,
Okay? So the distance is just like that. So that would be a semi detached house. So maybe there is also some parts yeah, some parts of that particular house that join together. That's
yeah,
why it's a semi detached house. Okay?
yeah,
When we say a cottage, this one is a cottage, right? Let's
yeah,
say you are going to have an overnight stay in a cottage that is near the sea or near the ocean, right? So a
yes,
cottage mean it's going to be a small place, a small house that you can be able to stay there at least an overnight stay,
yeah,
right? There are some cottages actually Anne, that it's just very simple. Okay, it's just like there if of course you happen to go to the beach, right?
yeah,
So cottages in the beach are just very very simple,
yeah,
right? Yeah, so there you can be able to stay there overnight. So that would be a cottage. And then when we say a terraced house, that would be number 3, right? So
yeah,
when we say a terraced house, there would be a particular terrace, right, that you can be able to see. Okay, so meaning it's going to be not just only the first floor, so there will be the second, the third, and the fourth. So that would be a terraced house, right?
yeah,
A detached house, that means that's number 1. So that means it's going to be not connected. Okay? So it's going to be totally separated from each other. So this one is the house, and then there's another there, and there's another on the other side. So it's going to be the distance had been detached,
yeah,
okay, with that particular a certain house from the other one. And then when you say block of flats, so it looks like a condominium, right? And so it looks
yeah,
like a condominium wherein there would be block of flats. So
yes.
flat 1, flat 2, flat 3, and there's another also there. Okay?
Yeah.
So that would
My home, I'm living. blocks of flats.
Ah,
Yeah,
really? Oh, okay. So that will be it, right?
yeah,
Okay, so let's continue, Anne, with our lesson. Okay, now this time, let's try to listen on how we are going to explain or explaining your requirements. So when we say explaining our requirements, so what are the things that we should have to submit, right? Let's say in order to own a house, in order to live in that particular flat, we need
yeah,
to consider requirements, right?
yeah.
Okay, so let's try to listen to Oleg has just started work in Dublin, Ireland. He is looking for a place to stay and decides to phone an agency. Listen and answer the questions. So let's try to listen first, Anne.
Yes.
That would be 19.
Recording 19.
Hello, Tony speaking.
Ah, hi. It's Susan from your flat in Arrowa Street here.
Oh, hi, Susan. What can I do for you?
We've got a bit of a problem in the flat. The oven's not working. I was cooking dinner last night, and I had some stuff in the oven.
Is that
After a
correct?
while, I realised it wasn't cooking. The oven was on, but it wasn't getting hot.
I think that's not. Okay, just for a while, huh?
Yeah.
Anne, I think that's not it. Ah, yeah. Okay, I had the wrong, yeah, I had the wrong audio presentation. Sorry for that.
Yeah.
Okay, that would be 19. Okay. So it's
Recording
here.
19.
Carter Property Management. Can I help you?
Oh, hello. Yes, I'm looking for a place near Trinity College.
I see. Can I take your name, please?
Yes, it's Oleg Markov.
How do you spell that?
Oleg Markov. Markov. Yes, I'm looking for a flat with 2 bedrooms.
Near Trinity College, you say?
Yes, it's for me and a friend.
Okay. Do you have any pets?
No, we don't.
And are either of you smokers?
No. Oh, and we'd like a place with a garage too. My friend has car.
And how much rent are you looking to pay per month?
Not more than 1,400 euro. That's our limit.
Okay. I'll just have a look at what we have. One moment, please.
Okay.
That's on.
Oh, yeah, that's all. Okay. Okay. I thought there's a continuation because he said, "One moment, please," right? So
Yeah.
I thought we have to wait for a moment, okay? Now, let's try to answer now the question, Anne. Can you please read the question in here, Anne?
Yes. He's going to share the place.
Okay. So the correct answer in here is that in this question, is he going to share or live alone? So the correct answer is he is
He is
going
going
to
to
share
share
with a
with
friend.
her friend.
Yes. So
His friend. Yeah.
yes. So he is, or we just have to contract that one. So we have to say his going to share with a
His
friend.
friend. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So he's going to share with a friend. So that will be it. Next question. Question number 2. On, does he want to rent or buy a property?
Yes. I just guess he want to rent.
Yes. Okay. So he wants
He
to
wants to rent.
rent. Okay. So we need to take the want with the S because our
Yeah.
subject is he. So he wants to rent. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
He
Now,
wants to rent.
yes. Okay. Now let's say I am going to ask a question, then you were going to answer that, Anne. Okay.
Yes.
Let's say, for example, I am the information officer in that particular property, right? Okay, so I am going to say, hello, this is Harji. May I help you?
Yes.
Yes.
I am five.
I am calling.
I
I
am
am calling
calling.
because I'm looking for a
I
place.
am calling for looking for a place to stay.
Okay, so you are going to look for a place in order for you to stay. So which do you have any particular place which you wanted to stay? Is it near the university?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
I want to find a place that's near my university
University.
near my workplace.
Yeah, you're near your workplace. Okay. So are you going to share or live alone?
Yeah. I will. I I'm going to live with my colleague.
Okay. So would you like to rent or would you like to buy a property?
Uh, yes. Uh, they will. I just want to rent
Oh, okay.
for about maybe several months, several years.
Oh, okay. So let me see if we do have that kind of property wherein you can be able to live together with your coworker. Okay. So just for a moment. And then, if ever someone or if ever that particular person would like to say that, okay, wait for a moment or wait for a second, that means you need to wait for him or to her, right? And
Yeah.
then, if someone would say, okay, let me check if we do have available room that is that has two bedrooms, so let me check that one. I'll get back to you soon. So
Yes.
that means the person will going to go back and talk to you once they will be able to find or if they found two bedrooms, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, let's try to listen again and we need to complete the form on the right. Okay. So it's here now on, right? So this is Carter Property Management Ltd, right? So this one is what we call a client requirements form. So before you can be able to rent a
Yeah.
particular place, you need to fill in or fill out the informations needed.
Yes.
Okay, so who is the name of the caller? Or we call this one as the um no. The one who is going to rent is the rentee, if I'm not mistaken. And the one who is the owner of the property is what we called a tenant. Oh, I think it's not, right? So a tenant maybe is the one who's going to rent, right?
Yeah.
Oh, let me check, huh? Let me check on. So tenant. So tenant would be, yes, okay. So a tenant is the one who is going to rent for a particular place. So we call that one as tenant. Okay. So a tenant could be what happened okay, a tenant could be a person renting a person renting a property. Okay. Uh, Okay, so that is what happened. Why is it my, oh, okay.
Tenant.
Yeah, so we call that one as tenant. Can you say that one?
Tenant.
Yes, okay, a
Tenant.
tenant. Or there's another word for that. Let's say, for example, okay, rentee. Wait for a while. Yes, okay. So another term for a tenant is also, we call that one also as rentee. Okay? So
Yeah.
a rentee is also called a person renting a property or renting a house. Okay? And so
Yeah.
the one who called up, which is, who is that? He is Oleg, right? So
Oleg.
Oleg Markov. So his name is Oleg Markov. And then the type of property which he will going to rent for is a flat or a house.
Yeah.
So what do you think? A flat
Flash.
or a
Flash.
house?
Flash.
You were going to rent a flat?
A
Are you
flash.
sure? How sure you are?
Yes, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a flat, right? That's correct. Okay. Next, the location. So where is the location? So
Again,
near the location,
near
near
this university.
Trinity. Yeah, oh, it's going to be near, according to him, near Trinity College. Okay, maybe because he is studying there. Okay, or we don't know if he's working there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, number of bedrooms that he
2.
will going to rent. So there would be
2
two
bedroom.
bedrooms. Okay, so two. Number of people.
2 people.
Yes, since there were two bedrooms, of course there are also two people who were going to occupy. Okay? Now there's another term in here, and the word occupant. Okay? So occupants would be also a person who is occupying, okay, a place. So that is an occupant, occupying a place. So we call that one also as occupants. Okay? Next, there would be pets,
Uh,
occupants.
occupant.
Yeah,
Occupy
occupant,
in means
occupying means living. Okay? Occupying is also living,
yeah.
right? The one who's going to live in there is what we called an occupant. Okay, if it is only one, so that would be an occupant, right?
Yeah.
But if you're talking about occupants, that would be many. So that would be are. So are a persons who are occupying a place. So that would be an occupant. Okay? Next.
Occupants. Yeah.
Does he has a pet?
No. No
Okay.
pets. Yeah.
So he doesn't have a pet. Okay? Next. Is he smoker or not?
Maybe no.
Yes. It's no.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Other requirements?
Has a car garage.
Garage. Okay. So has a garage. Can you say this one on? Say garage.
Garage.
Yes. Other might say garage, but I think in in the United Kingdom, they say that one as garage. Garage.
Garage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in American accent, that would be garage. So in British, that would be garage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Garage.
Garage. Okay.
Garage.
Yes. And what would be the budget? So his budget is maximum of
Maximum of I don't miss
1,400. Okay.
1,000.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what symbol is this? Is this a pound?
Dollar.
Is it a dollar? I don't know if it is a dollar sign. Okay. Oh, we don't know, right? So it's a maximum of $1,400 maybe. Okay. Or
Yeah.
this is a pound, but it's not. Okay. It looks
Yeah.
like a dollar. It looks like a pound. I don't know. Okay. But anyway, it's here. Look at this one.
Yeah.
So what do you think would be that one? Do you know this symbol?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly.
Yes, I don't know also what symbol is this because this is not a symbol for dollar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let's for that to we have to listen
He is
again.
doubling in
Dublin in
which country?
Ireland. Ah,
Ireland.
okay. Yeah, in Ireland. So let's search money in Ireland.
Yeah.
Yeah, money in Ireland. Okay. Euro. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So that will be euro. Okay. Oh, now we know, huh? So that's
Nice.
the symbol for euro. Okay. So
Yeah.
that would be like this euro.
Euro.
Yes. So budget is 1,000, maximum of 1,400 euros. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's try to listen to the second half of the conversation. Let's tick the property he decides to go and see. So there are three in here that we need to choose from, right? So we don't know which of these three would be his type. Okay, so let's try to listen. On
Recording 20.
Hello?
Yes. Did you find anything?
Well, there's one at 1,200 a month in Ivy Court. That has 2 bedrooms and a bathroom.
I know Ivy Court. Do you have anything closer to the city center?
There's one in Joyce Street, but that has 3 bedrooms. It's 1,400. Oh, and one on North Foley Road, too, at 1,250. They all come furnished.
Okay. I would like to take a look at the last one, I think.
Fine. When would you like to see it then?
Okay. So what do you think would be he decide? He decides to which one?
I think the second at 21 Ivy Court building.
Yeah, okay.
2 bedroom, 1 bathroom.
Yes, actually, it's the first one.
Yeah.
Okay. So he wanted to see this one, right? With it has a 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, which is fully furnished also, right? Why? Because if he were going to get this one, although this one is also in the maximum of 1,400 per month, but look at this one. There were 3 bedrooms, and they were just going to live only 2, right? So why they need to take the other bedrooms, right? Because this one is just only three bedrooms.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So he wanted to see the Foley Road, Dublin. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So let's try to move on. Do you have any questions so far with this?
No more.
No more.
Teacher.
Okay. Now, this is now our speaking activity, okay? So finding the right property. So asking about alternatives. You know what alternative means, Anne?
I think the people live around the house.
Okay. Actually, alternative would be, oh, what happened with this my, okay. I can't. Okay. Alternative means second let's say, second choice. Okay? So
yeah,
that would be an alternative. So let's say, for example, um, I like this one. Okay, I like this particular thing. Then you ask someone, do you have this particular thing? Because I like this one. Okay, and then the person said that, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have that one anymore. Okay,
yeah,
we don't have an available stocks for that, but there would be an alternative for that. Okay, so would you like to see that, or did you like to see that particular thing that is alternative? Okay, which is the second choice, or when you say alternative, that is in replace for the thing that you wanted. So that's an alternative. Okay,
yes,
you have the option also. So you have the second choice. Okay,
yes.
it's an alternative. Okay, so let's try to match its statement from A to E with a response from 1 to 5. Letter A has given, do you have anything with a larger garden? So that would be number 4. So this one is the response. Okay. So she said, yes, this one has nearly half an acre. Okay. An acre. Now, letter B on.
Is there anything away from the main road?
Okay. Is there anything away from the main road? So what do you think would be that one?
Mm,
So based on the audio that we had heard, so it's going to be number.
there's one in Horpatrice. That's
Yes,
very quiet.
yes. So that would be number 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's one in Hobart Street that's very quiet. Okay,
Yeah.
next. Darcy, can you please read this one on?
Don't you have anything cheaper?
Okay, so don't you have anything cheaper?
Uh, the price, I'm afraid not. That's the least expensive.
Expensive. Very good. So that would be number 5. Next, letter D.
I'd rather have something near a better school. Better school.
Better
We
school.
school.
Yeah.
We have one near the Risley School. That's that's a good one.
So that would be number
Three,
3.
three.
Okay,
Yeah.
that would be number 3. And the last but not the least,
I'd prefer something closer to the city center.
yes. So I prefer something closer to the city center.
That's number one.
Number 1.
That's the most center one we
Yes.
have.
Okay. Yes. Now it's time for us to question. Okay, I will be asking a question. You will going to answer me on. Okay.
Yeah.
But before that, let's try to practice first this one with the proper intonation, proper blending, proper stressing. Okay. Okay. So repeat after me. Do you have anything with a larger garden?
Do you have anything with a larger garden?
Yes. Is there anything away from the main road?
Is there anything away from the main road?
Okay, main road.
Main road.
Okay, main, something like main,
Main.
like this one. It's main.
Main.
Yeah, it's main road. Again,
Main road.
okay, because it's different when we say on men. So men is different from main road. Okay, can you
Main.
please? Yeah,
Main.
main.
Main. Main.
Main. Okay.
Main.
Yeah. 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 Can you say that?
Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. Yeah.
Main.
Man. Man.
It should be, you have to prolong the A sound. Main, because we have the
Man.
AI. So it's main.
Man.
Okay, again.
Man.
Main.
Man.
Okay, you pronounce this one, Anne. It's men. You just prolong
Man.
the men, right? Men, you said, but it should be
Man.
main.
Man.
Okay, one more time.
Man. Man.
Okay, a little bit softer, a little bit. Main.
Man.
Main.
Man.
Okay, right. Okay, one more time.
Man.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, now let's try to do it. Huh? Is, remember, the is pronounced as is. So is there anything away from the main road?
Is there anything away from the main road?
Okay, a little bit, Anne. Okay, next. Don't you have anything cheaper?
Don't you have anything cheaper?
Yes. I'd rather have something near a better school.
I'd rather have something near a better school.
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 Okay,
School.
right. Perfect. Okay. I'd prefer something closer to the city center.
I'd prefer something closer to the city center.
Good. Okay. Another, let's try to practice the answer. That's the most central one we have.
That's the most central ones we have.
Central.
Central.
Very good. That's the most central one we have.
That's the most central ones we have.
One. Okay. One we have.
One we have.
That's correct. There's one in Hobart Street. That's very quiet.
There's one in Harbor Street. That's very quiet.
Good. We have one near the Rayleigh School. That's a good one.
We have one near the Wrigley School. That's the good one.
Okay. Relays.
Relays.
School.
School.
Okay. Yes, this is one has nearly half an acre.
Yes, this one has nearly half an acre.
Yes. I'm afraid not. That's the least expensive.
I'm afraid not. That's the least expensive.
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 Right.
Expensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, let's try to practice. I will be doing the question and you will going to answer me, and then after that, let's exchange, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything with a larger garden?
Yes, this one has nearly half an acre.
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 Okay. Again, do you have anything with a larger garden?
Yes, this one has nearly half an acre.
Is there anything away from the main road?
There's one in Harbor Street. That's very quiet.
Good. Don't you have anything cheaper?
I'm afraid not. That's the least expensive.
Right. Okay. I'd rather have something near a better school.
We have one near the Wrigley School. That's a good one.
Good. I'd prefer something closer to the city center.
That's the most central one we have.
Okay, very good. Oh,
Yeah.
you were going to ask a question and I'll be the one to answer on. Okay, go.
Do you have anything with a larger garden?
Yes, this one has nearly half an acre.
Is there anything away from the main road?
There's one in Hobart Street that's very quiet.
Don't you have anything cheaper?
I'm afraid not. That's the least expensive.
I'd rather have something near a better school.
We have one near the really school. That's a good one.
I'd prefer something closer to the city center.
That's the most central one we have. Wow, huh? Good job,
Yeah,
Anne. Okay. Oh, see, you can be able to clearly pronounce the word. So you're near to that, Anne. Okay.
yeah.
Now, of course, this is
My
this
homework.
is yes. So
Yeah,
this is going to be your homework so that you can be able to remember, huh? Remember the what is one, remember the rising and falling intonation. Why? Because if we are having a question, you need to raise your voice. Okay,
yeah,
if having a question. If it is not a question, so it's just the normal one. Like number letter D, I'd rather have something near a better school. So you're not asking question, so therefore do not raise your voice. Same with the letter E, okay? But
yeah,
in A, B, C, I want you to emphasize, I want to hear the rising intonation and,
yeah,
okay? So that's the criteria on how am I going to check your homework. So this time, okay, because
yeah,
I know you can be able to pronounce them correctly. Now, I just want to hear, okay, that
yeah.
you raise your voice in that particular questions. Okay?
Yes, I will
Yes.
try my best.
Yes. Oh, you have to, okay? And I know that you can be able to do that one, Anne. Okay?
Yes, thank you.
Yes, yes, of course, you are welcome. Okay. Next, number two. Underline the phrases in the statements A to E that you can use. You can use to ask about alternatives, to express a preference. Okay.
What
So,
is the preference?
preference, that means your choice.
Your
Okay.
choice.
Preference, that means your choice. What is your choice? Let's say, for example, I have to choose only one bedroom. So that's your preference. I have to choose two bedrooms. So that would be your preference, right? I need to choose, let's say, um, 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 one whole house, right? It's one house, so that would be my preference. Or you will just have to choose only one small bedroom with one small bathroom, so that is your preference,
Yeah.
right? Okay, now what are, or underline the phrases that uh, okay, a in A, here in A to E, that ask about alternatives.
Mm, do you have anything?
Yes, okay. So do you have anything? Okay. Now, why is it to ask about alternatives? So why is it that when we say, do you have anything with a larger garden? Why is it we talk about alternatives?
Mm, because the answer the 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 pupil who answer will give you uh, a list of choice they
Yeah,
have.
there will be choices, right? Okay, you can choose, right? So that would be an alternative. Very
Yeah.
good. Next, in letter B.
Is there anything? Is
Okay,
there
is
anything?
there anything? That's correct. Also, this one is also to ask about alternatives. Okay, do we have still another one?
Don't you have anything?
Yes. Okay, do you have anything cheaper? So this one also asks alternatives. Now remember the word ask, meaning question, Anne, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And the letter D and letter E, that would be to express a preference. Okay, to express your preference, your choice, right? I'd
Yeah.
rather have something near a better school. So what's your choice? What's your preference? Near
Near the
a better
better school.
school. I'd prefer something closer to the city center. So what is your preference?
Yeah.
Okay,
Close
closer.
closer to the city center.
Yes, so closer to the city center. But what is that expression that express a preference? So I'd rather and
I
I'd
prefer.
prefer. Yes, okay? So the words or the expressions I'd rather, I'd prefer, short for I would rather, right? So I
Yeah.
would rather. So the short form for that would be I'd. Okay, so that would be it. And okay, so do you have any questions so far with this? And
Mm, I have one questions.
sure.
The I'd rather mean like I prefer or just like I would like
Yes, I would.
rather.
I would rather have something near a better school. So maybe it's your preference that you are going to say I'd rather. So it's you are going to say that yeah I would like, okay, I would like to have something near a better school. So I would rather have something near better school. Okay.
Sen.
Yes, so I'd prefer, that means that would be your choice. So I have to choose something closer to the city center.
Yeah.
Okay? But the letter D, I'd rather, so that means there is you are showing your preference, but still that just only a preference, right? If it doesn't have that, so there would be an alternative, right? So I'd rather have something near a better school. So I would like, okay, maybe I would like something near better school, right? I
Yeah.
would like to live I would like to live near something a better school.
Yeah.
Okay? And did I
Yes.
answer did I answer your question?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So do you have still questions? No more?
No more.
No more. Okay, let's try to do the speak up activity. Imagine a property agent is showing you various properties for rent. So when we are talking about various,
Yes.
that would be many.
Many. Yeah.
Yes. So there would be alternative, many choices. What can you say in these situations or in the situations below? Say your answer. Okay. So there would be possible answers to this one. An example. Okay. It's nice, but it's a bit small. Do you have anything a little larger? So look at this, huh? It's nice, but it's a bit small.
Small.
Do you have anything little larger? So it's a question, right? And
Yes.
okay, what about letter B? So how are you going to say that?
Um. It's nice. But it's a bit noisy
Mm-hmm. Okay.
from noisy neighborhoods. Do you have any thing more quiet?
Okay. Yes. Or another possible answer to that, I'd rather have something that's in a quiet or quieter area. If there is anything, okay, that is not, okay, noisy, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you will not going to tell directly that, oh, the neighborhood are so noisy, right? So the neighborhood are noisy. So you will not going to say directly that one, but you can also say that one. There's also another one way on how to say that one. Okay, so you are going to say also, oh, this place is a nice one, but I guess the neighborhood, okay, are noisy. Okay, so yes, you are right. You were going to say, do you have another that I can be able to take a quieter place?
Mhm.
You can also say that one, right?
Do you have any flat
Place or
that
flat. Yes, a
is
flat.
so late?
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Next, in the sea.
Uh, yes. Um, I'd rather I I'd prefer
I
something.
prefer
I prefer the flats that had the garden.
garden. Okay. Yes. So, okay. Or another one, another way on how to say that one. I really like the house, but it doesn't have a garden. Don't you have anything with a garden?
Yeah.
Right. So you can also ask that. Okay. Next, letter D.
Yes. Um, is e is e is nice,
It's
but
nice.
uh, but it is not, but it have
It
not
it doesn't
garage,
have. Okay, but it
but it
doesn't have garage.
has garage. Do you have anything toys
Okay. Do you have
and
still a room or a place there would be garage sitting, right?
do
So you
you
can also,
have any house that have
yeah,
garage
garage,
garage garage
because I do
because
have
I have
a
a
car.
car. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yes. That will be it, right? So you were going to, of course, you in choosing a house, you need to ask. Okay, you need to ask the possibilities, right? Like for example, you have a car, so where you are going to park your car if it doesn't have a garage,
Yeah.
right? And so
Yeah.
therefore you have to ask that one. Oh, do you have a do you have a place wherein I can park my car? Okay,
Yeah.
because yeah, the house is nice, but sorry, I wasn't able to see a garage. Okay, so that
Yeah.
would be it. Next, too expensive.
Yes. Uh, I thank you. I love this house, but it it's too expensive. Uh, don't you have anything cheaper?
Yes. Okay, that's also correct, right? Or another one in saying that one, oh, this place is nice. Okay, this house is a very good house, I guess. But do you have anything a bit cheaper? Okay, so
Yeah.
without mentioning the word too expensive, because sometimes if you were going to mention that one directly to the person, maybe the person or the owner of that property will going to be embarrassed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you were going to say directly, oh no, this house is too expensive. Okay. So maybe you just have to rephrase a little bit. Let's say, for example, okay, actually, This is just only the amount that I can be able to pay for my rent. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you have the or is there anything a bit cheaper, right? Okay.
Yes.
So that the owner will not be embarrassed. Okay. Okay. And do you have questions for that?
No more.
No more.
Mm.
Okay, let's move on to the focused on. So, in an adjectives on, there would be the so-called degrees of adjectives, right? So, we have degrees. So, what are those degrees of comparisons of adjective? So, we have comparative degree and we have superlative degree. So in a comparative degree, most of the adjectives just add only er, right? Er. And for the superlative degree, add est, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So big, that would be bigger,
Bigger.
right?
Yeah.
And then, okay, for let's say for example, from the positive one, big, biggest, right? Okay, bigger, biggest.
Biggest.
So in comparative, we just compare two things. That's comparative. In superlatives, we compare more than two things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so complete the sentences using the comparative or superlative form of the words in the brackets. So this one is correct because the positive one is big, okay? So how to make this one comparative degree, so it will become bigger. So just add only er, okay? But remember, if if an adjective ends, okay, in a consonant, so what we do, we double the last letter of an adjective that has only one syllable. So the word big is just only one syllable. Okay? So therefore, in forming this one, we just have to add G and add ER. So therefore becomes bigger. Right? And so why is it bigger? Because it says in here, I like something with a bigger garden if possible. Okay? So you are just comparing only a garden. Okay? But
Yeah.
not anything else. Next. Letter B.
The ones on Park Avenue is the most
Yes.
expensive.
Okay, very good. So, other adjectives, okay, we don't add er to the adjectives that is in the so-called irregular adjectives. So irregular adjectives, we don't add only er or est, right?
Yeah.
Okay, instead we have to add more or most. So more for comparative, most for superlative. So in this case, the one on Park Avenue is,
The most.
yes, is the most expensive. That means of all those houses, the one on Park Avenue is the most expensive. Okay, next. Letter C.
I think this one is the best.
Again.
Is better than the other.
So what's the correct answer?
Is better than
Be
better
Yes, very good. For comparative degree, we have to use better. That would be for good, okay?
Yeah.
Good, better, and for the superlative, that would be best, right? Good, better, best. So in this one, I think this is one is better. So we just compare only two, right?
Yeah.
So I think this one is better than the others. Okay, next.
Don't you have anything? Um, don't you have anything? Um, near nearest
Okay, nearer.
near.
Nearer.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
nearer the sea.
nearer the sea. Okay,
Nearer. Yeah.
next
This one
is
is the nice, nice
is the
is a nice one.
okay, nicer or nicest one
Nicest,
is the
nicest.
this one is the nicest one we've seen. Okay.
Nicer. Yeah.
Yeah, it's nicest. Okay, because they've seen the other one, right?
Yeah.
So aside from those that they already seen, they have already seen. So this one is the nicest. Next letter F.
Do you have something which is more convenient?
Yes, so it's more convenient.
Convenient.
Convenient. Okay. Okay. Now it's about time for us to say them correctly, Anne. Okay. So
Yeah.
let's say, I'd like something with a bigger garden if possible.
I'd like something with a bigger garden if possible.
The one on Park Avenue is the most expensive of the three.
The ones on Park Avenue is the most expensive in the three.
Okay, of the three.
Of the of the three.
Yes. I think this one is better than the others.
I think this one is better than the others.
Don't you have anything near the sea?
Don't you have anything nearer the sea?
This one is the nicest one we've seen.
This one is the nicest one we've seen.
Do you think something which is more convenient for the shops?
Do you have something with a more convenience for the shop?
Okay, good. So do you have any questions with this, Anne?
No more,
No
teacher.
more. Yes. So moving on. Now listening, checking the financial side. Okay, that means when we are talking of financial, that means it's all about money, right? Okay, so let's try to listen, look at these questions, then listen to this property agent in the United States. Which questions does he answer? Let's try to listen.
Recording 21.
Yeah, well, the rent for this one is $795 per month. It's payable 1 month in advance on the first of each month. We also need a deposit equivalent to 6 weeks' rent. This is refundable at the end of your tenancy, less any breakages or damage, which you are liable for, of course. Bills such as gas, electricity, and telephone are not included, so you need to set those up yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
So which
It's-
questions does he answer?
I can't hear what he
Okay. Would you
Yeah.
like to listen to it again?
Yeah.
Yeah,
One more,
okay.
please.
Yeah, sure.
Recording 21.
Yeah, well, the rent for this one is $795 per month. It's payable 1 month in advance on the first of each month. We also need a deposit equivalent to 6 weeks' rent.
Deposit.
This is refundable at the end of your tenancy, less any
Deposit
breakages
back.
or damage, which you are liable for, of course. Bills such as gas, electricity, and telephone are not included, so you need to set those up yourself.
Okay. Okay. Now, he answered about the rent, right?
Yeah.
So that's check. And then he also answered
The B.
the question,
B.
when is the rent due, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's he answered that one. And then he also answered all about the deposit. So the deposit is a requirement. It's required, right? So
Yeah.
that would be check. And then he also answered deposit back, right? Okay, it's non will got okay. Will I get all my deposit back? So he answered that one that it's non-refundable, right? So
Yeah.
non-refundable, that means you cannot be able to it will not be given it back to you once you already been deposited that one, right? Okay, because this one is for the damages according to him, right? The broken windows, broken tiles, or something like that. So that would be used for that. And then he also answered, are the
The
bills
bill
included?
includes. Yeah.
No, it's not included according to him. That's excluded. So he answered them all, right?
Yeah.
And so that would be the questions that we need to be aware of in, okay, in renting or in looking and renting a house or a flat, right?
Yeah.
And okay,
Yes.
so I guess we have to end up in here. Let's see each other again on next week.
Yes. Please.
Okay. So thank you so much for your time. Have a good night, and we'll see
Yes.
each other
Thank
next.
you. Yeah.
Remember,
Thank you for
remember
today's
your
lesson.
yeah, sure.
My
Remember your
homework.
homework, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's
I
nice.
remember I want to hear the rising intonation, Anne. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay, that is because that is just I think the one that you need to improve. Okay? But
Yeah.
aside from that, that's nearly perfect, Anne. Okay? Good
Yeah.
job. Keep that up.
Thank you.
Okay? Bye bye.
Bye and have a good
Okay.
night.
Have a good night too. Bye bye.